How's everyone doing? Um, okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Now, we're gonna have the Modern Warfare 3 review up tonight, also. It's gonna be up later tonight, after the stream, but it'll be up tonight. Okay. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day today. Okay, go to Ben's business here. Ace Attorney will be up early tomorrow. I'm sorry for the delay in that. I just had the Modern Warfare 3 review, was just finishing it up tonight. But it will be, Ace Attorney will be up tomorrow, promise. Yeah, probably will. I want to do Manhunt 2 as well.
We selling?
Enter a helicopter. Yeah, I can help you after I help Venge Rex. Okay. Well, I have a Vice City Stories video coming out, a lore video this year. I've just been busy with just a bunch of things, but I finished Vice City 100%. I got that a few months back, but hey, Fernando, Locke, Own Titan, Nanowak, Grifter Kids. Here we go. Probably not Yakuza 0 right away. I'm probably gonna do Manhunt 2, because that's what a lot of people have been requesting, Ronin. That's good, Mr. Waifu. Yeah, I will still have a lore video on Vice City Stories with Vic Vance coming out, a Hulk fan. What happened to Jimmy's mom after Bully? Well, she was still on her cruise. Yeah, the auto shop contracts are double money this week. Well, I don't know if that Abigail theory is really true. Like, people have been suggesting that, but there hasn't really been any evidence in the game itself for it. It's just a speculation. The biggest scumbag in GTA, I'd probably say Dmitry Rascalov, because how he pretended to be your friend, screwed you over, killed his best friend. Yeah. I would say probably Dmitry. How do I get added to your Game Pro? Well, you'd have to have me added. I'm always open to adding more people, but it's just, the reason I can only play with people on my friends list, that I have 2,000, but it's the reason I can only play people on my friends list is because if I did it another way, like where I just played in public lobbies, I would have people constantly joining and harassing me and trying to kill me, and I haven't had any incidents like that in a long time, though, and that's what what I just like is these lobbies can be chill, we can just hang out, help people out, and, what are some things you like more in Red Dead Redemption 1 than Red Dead Redemption 2? Like Liar's Dice, for example. I miss Liar's Dice. That I did miss. I missed also Mexico. With the Skyrim Civil War going on with Ulfric Stormcloak, the Aldmeri Dominion see him as an asset. That's if the Dragonborn doesn't join in on it. Yeah, but I don't think they expect him to win, though, Elendon. Which army would you like to fight in during World War I? No army, because World War I was a really stupid conflict started by a bunch of monarchies who just basically wanted to take each other's empires. That's pretty much what World War I was. It was just a massive power grab between a bunch of monarchs. Okay. We might do some of the contracts later, Brandon. Which do I prefer, Vice City Stories or Liberty City Stories? Vice City Stories. There's more activities, and I just like the 80s. The Modern Warfare 3 review will be up pretty late. Thank you, London, for that super chat. Hey, bro, how are you? You want to do my heist, your choice? Yeah, we could do your heist, but I do the heist at the end of the stream, though, Oh, Nikki, I could help you with your heist at the end of the stream. Yeah, it might just be the AI going crazy, though, Alfie. That happens from time to time, too. My favorite character in the Mafia Definitive Edition, Tommy Angelo. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the Dragonborn does participate in it mainly with Ulfric, which is why they probably don't send it down more, at you. I do wonder, though, London, how they're going to answer that plot point in the Elder Scrolls 6, because eventually they're going to have to answer who won the Skyrim Civil War. They're going to have to eventually answer that, and I wonder how they're going to answer it. I might do a playthrough, maybe a Skyrim one day, but I really want to do Oblivion. That's the game I really want to do a playthrough one day. I loved Oblivion so much back in the day. Hey, Lyndon, how are you, man? No, I never played the original Mafia 1, but I did see a playthrough of it. The Elder Scrolls games are connected. They're all in the same universe. Oh, you mean like, well, I might probably start dressing my character up as a biker character, but maybe like in February, because like every few months I put on like a different cosplay for GT Online, and this outfit is the blue one with the, top hat on, but I'm gonna try to do a different one, in February. Would Dimitri end up betraying most Mr. Bulgarin if he lived? If he thought that he could take out Bulgarin, yes, but he's just too scared to try anything on Bulgarin. Would I ever do a McDonald's commercial? It's a weird question. Probably not. Thank you, Feline King, for the super chat. If I don't want to talk about the mental health thing, that's okay. Well, I will have a video, I will have a video on, talking about, like, my experiences in retail. I'm gonna have that video up. And I'm gonna have that video up sometime, first week of February, probably. What's your PSN, Shy? Whatever cosplays one of the smileys? Well, I kind of did with the, you know, the Manhunt smiley mask. I do have it right here. This one I had for the, playthrough. But, I didn't make this mask, by the way, guys. I actually purchased this on Etsy. It's in my Manhunt video. There's a link to that mask if you want to purchase it, specifically, too. Thank you, Mog. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Mr. Waifu. Well, thank you, Wasabi guy. No, I never met any of the GTA actors. Razu, you need help next, right, Rex? Can you invite me if you need help? Hey, Pro, why you want GTA 6 to come out in 2024? I believe it's, best to come out in 2025 for Rockstar to put more trailers and fine-tune the game. Well, I don't want Rockstar necessarily to release GTA 6 in 2024. I was a little disappointed that it didn't come out, that's not coming out in 2024, but I understand that it takes time to, that it takes time to produce. So I do understand it takes time, and I hope that, I can't wait for 2025. Did he say what? Wait, what, Drifter Kids? Thank you, Chrysler L, for the super chat. It's okay, Venge, don't worry about it, man. I'll help you next time. Okay, whoever needs help selling right now, just invite me. Anyone who needs help selling, invite me. Yeah, I'm aware they might delay the game. Can't believe he didn't do a video on Vince McMahon's, sex trafficking someone amongst his wrestlers and corporate. John Cena is also involved. Crazy current events video. I could probably look into that. I have to read the entire story, find out what's going on. I know Vince McMahon has been accused of some horrible things. I might do a video talking about that specifically, but I do have a crazy current events video coming out, and then tomorrow, and then maybe after that I can do the Vince McMahon thing. But anyways, the crazy current events video I got coming out tomorrow is basically animal rights protesters have taken soup and thrown it at the Mona Lisa painting, the most world's famous painting today. And the painting didn't get damaged, thankfully it's in glass, it's safe. But a bunch of idiots tried to damage it today. Hey Pro, how was your weekend? My weekend was good, Lieutenant Touchdown. How was yours? Thank you, Alex, also for the super chat. And thank you, Nikki. You should cosplay as your original GTA outfit, brown suit and white hockey mask, not forcing, but a great time for yourself. Well, thank you, Nikki. I could try to think of something to do, probably, for that. Next lore video, it will be coming out next week, actually, and it's gonna be on Bully. I will listen to pretty much, I will listen to I will listen to most music. Uh, I don't know that I don't know that music type. That I don't know. I know what heavy metal is, Snake, but I don't know the other ones. I don't know what those are. I do know about that Hulk. That I do know. Yes, it's a bully lore video. It's gonna be a surprise. I don't want to ruin it, but it's gonna be a good one. I mean, next week. This location is actually the best place to start the post-op van mission from, because it's right on the highway. As someone who enjoys wrestling, the entire Vince McMahon scandal makes me want to throw up. I love wrestling, and I hate how there's so much scum. I'm gonna... Tonight, after I finish my Modern Warfare review tonight, because it's going to be up tonight, I'm going to start reading into that Vince McMahon thing and just read everything in detail about what's going on, but it's crazy. When is Vic Vance... Wait, what, Hulk? The Thalmor definitely are the SS paramilitary equivalent to the Aldmeri Dominion. No Wood, Elves, or Khajiit are allowed in the Thalmor paramilitary period. Unofficially, they can only be spies, agents. I mean, the Aldmeri Dominion in Skyrim was based on, they were based on Nazi Germany, or at least kind of inspired by it. They're very racist, you know, very racist, fascistic organization. Oh, well, that's... oh, the Vic Vance lore video. I will have that out in, sometime springtime. I'm gonna make one on it, Hulk, but this is a bully lore video that I want to make, and a manhunt lore video after that. To answer your question, Greatest Within, is, they have to be in the same party as you, and just keep traveling together, and it will happen. What happened to DL McQueen after the ending? You mean Fight Night Champion? In Fight Night Champion, he's probably gonna face some kind of charges, because, Franco's probably gonna testify against him. Do you know that my GTA outfit and career is the same as yours, but my GTA outfit is blue suit and white hockey mask? Not copying, I swear. It's okay. It's okay, Nikki, you don't have to explain anything to me yet. And I wouldn't think that you're copying me regardless, so don't worry about it. Favorite character in The Sopranos? Probably Silvio. Yeah, I would say probably Silvio. Hey, Jenny, Zell, how are you? You're talking about Mountain Blade Bannerlord, right? Yeah, yes, Greatest Within. Thank you for the super chat. I'm doing good. Jinzel. Okay, Jinzel. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm reading your name correctly. I'm doing good. How are you, man? Oh, what's your PSN, Shy? Just tell me what it is again in the chat. Bro, I donated to you. I forgot to write something, LOL. The Rockstar hired a hitman on YouTuber? Wait, what? What are you talking about? Thanks, man. You're like my guide for this. No problem, Greatest Within. What do I think about the Federation and Call of Duty Ghosts? I think they're not, they're one, if not the most implausible faction in Call of Duty. The Federation are basically what happens if Venezuela takes over South America. That's precisely what it is. Yeah, I don't think that's true though. That's yeah, Mog, I don't think that's true. Oh yeah, Cody Ghost is definitely underrated. Okay. Okay, 1 second here. Ah. Wait, we only have 2 people in the MC? Oh no. We only have 2 people in the MC. Oh no. Big Country, I'm gonna help you with your MCs, but in the future, just you have to invite more than 2 people to the MCs because you can get missions like this. Thank you, Mr. Waifu and Greatest Within. Okay, Mark Leslie. Is there a lot of evidence against Vince McMahon that he did these things that he's being accused of? And I will read on the case more later. Would you ever do a video of your car in real life? No, probably not. Because the thing about that is, like, people ask me, like, oh, you know, show what your room looks like, you know, show what your car looks like, but I'm not a person like that. I'm not a person like that I'm not a person like that. Like, I don't like to show off. I don't do stuff like that. And my car is not really special. Okay, so there's a lot of text messages and witnesses. Okay. Well, I think it was an accident. I don't think he realized how many people he had in his MC when he sold the product. He did invite other person, but he left. Oh, that was it. So it wasn't his fault. Okay, the other guy left. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, don't worry about it then. Alright, I'm gonna, take care, man. Let me know if you want to play Payday 3. Heard it got better. I'm gonna revisit Payday 3 and see if it got better.
That show is amazing.
Okay, Lloyd. We'll ever do vlogs? I want to do like a video on, I want to do a video on, just my experiences in retail and like talking about that. What do you think about homeowners associations? You're talking about HOAs. Am I playing on PlayStation? Yes, I am. Harvey, Quaife, if I'm reading your name correctly, I'm on the PS5. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, asking me what I think about homeowners associations. I would never purchase a house that's part of an HOA. Because of the fact that the HOA constantly changes its rules, the HOA can dictate ridiculous things to you, like not having a flag on your house, not allowing your parked car to be stored in your driveway, you have to put it in your garage, you know, telling you what color you can paint your house. Like, you know, there's just dumb things that HOAs will do. So that's just why I don't want to be involved with an HOA. I will say, though, that an HOA can be good, but only in condos. In condos. That's the only time where an HOA is good. Not in, not for houses. Because, like, almost all condos are HOAs. Almost all of them are. But basically, if you purchase, like, a good condo with a good HOA, you know, the HOA might provide you with, you know, free water, free internet, you know, things like that. Security, for the condo. So there are, there are certain things that an HOA will help with, like, a condo, but I would never purchase, like, a house tied specifically to an HOA, because of just all the ridiculous rules around it. What's your next lore video? It's gonna be a bully lore video. Whoa, what the? Okay, what just happened? Okay. Can you move this? Brandon, push it near again, okay. Yeah, it happened again, this. Is it smoking up there? It's smoking. Okay. Hold on a second. We lost it. The cargo's destroyed. Yeah, it's destroyed. It's only one crate. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I have 100 plus mods installed on Skyrim Special Edition PC. One of them adding in cap percussion firearms. The Dwemer have made advanced contraptions. This is not far off. I could imagine the Dwemer could definitely make something like that, probably, yeah. I could probably imagine them doing that. The Dwemer were, like, the most advanced in technology. Thank you, London, and thank you, Nikki. If you have a BMW, would ever get a new car? Well, this is what I was talking about. The reason I wouldn't film, like, you know, my room and, like, you know, my car and stuff, because I don't show off. I don't think that's, like, I don't think that that's very professional. Like, you know, doing stuff like that. I will tell you, though, that, my car is a nice car. It's not like, you know, it's not like some luxury supercar or anything like that. It's a BMW sedan. That's from 2013. So it's, you know, it's a car that's been out there for 10 years, or, you know, 11 years at this point. And I'd have no need to change it. There is no, I will, the thing about that car is, could I get a new car if I wanted to? Probably, yeah. I could probably trade that car in and maybe get something better. But I'm not going to. Why? Because I think that there's no need for it. I don't think I need to. The thing about it is, my car, I will drive my car until I can't drive my car anymore. I'm not gonna, like, drive it to the point where it's like, you know, the engine is just gonna, like, you know, completely collapse and everything like that. But I'm just saying is that as long as I can drive that car safely, I will drive that car. I'm not gonna bother buying, like, a new car or anything like that, because there's no need. When I look at a car, I basically look at a car as something to get me from point A to point B. That's pretty much what I look at it as. I'm not a car person. I never have been, and so I'm gonna keep driving. If I can keep driving that same car in 20 years, I'll keep driving that same car in 20 years. That's just the type of person that I am. I don't see a need to necessarily get a new car. If you can keep driving the same car and it works, I'll keep it. Then I'll keep using it, and I'll just save the money that I would, you know, buy another car with and invest it into something else, something, you know, more worthwhile. Like, you know, maybe like a you know, maybe like a new rental property, or like, you know, saving it for like an investment or something like that. Not necessarily as like, you know, buying a new car. I think that's you know, that but yeah, that's what I would say about that. And my next lore video will be this week, Shabon. It'll be a thank you for the super chat. It will actually be a bully lore video. I can buy the blue super chat because it costs only 20 ARS and Android, but I calculated to USD, and it's worth 0 cents. Oh, that is the inflation is that bad in Argentina. That's horrible. I hope that it does get better for you, Marsov. I hope that your new government, that it gets it under control and fixes stuff. But I do appreciate all the super chats. Thank you, man. Hey, Pro, I've got a message on iCloud from a scammer, but I just told him to go away. What kind of scam was it? What were they asking you for specifically, Harvey? Because there's a lot of those scams exist. But I am actually in the process right now of actually messaging a scammer. I'm annoying a scammer, and the scammer that I'm actually annoying is a luxury apartment scammer. They're advertising like a luxury apartment in New York City, and I know it's a scam because it's on Facebook Marketplace, and I found that exact same property online for a different price, and so I know that it's a scam when like what they're listing it for on Facebook Marketplace is basically half of what that luxury apartment is listed for on actual sites. So I found that exact same luxury apartment, and they're and I'm basically in the process of, you know, annoying this scammer. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on it if the scammer like blocks me or anything. If it doesn't go further, I probably won't. But basically what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to get the scammer to click on a link. I've been sending the scammer a few links. I've been trying to get him to click on it because I want to see if he clicks on the link, it'll basically show his IP address, and I want to see, you know, what location is going to pop up. But he hasn't been clicking on the links. This guy's cautious. He's cautious. Doesn't not click on any link that I send him. Thank you, Greatest Within. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, and that's, yeah, that is important for Bannerlord, Greatest Within. Thank you for the super chat. At the end of the day, your BMW is good for yourself. I'm also getting a car. It's a Toyota. But any advance on leasing this car, because I'm buying it after, I would say, here's what I'll tell you. When people are young, they tend to save the most amount of money when they're young. And the reason for that is because, think about it. When you're young and you're buying your first car, you're probably living with your family. And so there's a lot of bills you don't have to pay. Rent, you don't gotta pay a lot of taxes, only taxes on the income that you earn from work. You don't gotta pay property taxes, you know, things like that. And so basically, is that a lot of young people, they save up a bit of money, and what a lot of young people tend to do, and I think this is the dumbest thing that a lot of young people do, is that when young people get their paychecks at work, the first thing that comes to their mind is like, what's the fastest way that I can spend this on? That's basically what they think. Like, what can I buy with this? They don't think about, you know, how can I invest this money for the future? Where will I be 10 years from now? Will I need this money 10 years from now? They don't think about that. They oftentimes just think about, you know, how they can just spend all their money, and that's why a lot of young people have so many financial problems, because they're just spending all their money instead of saving it early on. But my advice to you, Nikki, in that regard, would be, if you can buy, like, your first car, buy, like, a car that you're not going to spend a lot of money on. You know, like, if this is like a car that you plan on keeping for, like, a huge portion of your life, then buy it. But if this is like a car that you think you're going to get rid of in like a few years, don't buy that. Buy that something cheaper then. Because remember, at the end of the day, a car is just something that's going to get you from point A to point B. You could save a lot of money by buying like a cheaper car, and then saving that money and then using it for other things. It was some guy saying he was Destruction Company. What? Thank you, Harvey. You run your life, how you run your GTA Online character. You don't spend money on new stuff that often, and you like to save up money through different avenues, I guess, in a way. Thank you, Zombie Fanatic. Thank you for the super chat. Is that a Tony Cipriani suit in Russia with Love? Well, I played that game from Russia with Love, but this is not the suit I wore when I played from Russia with Love. What happens to a tenant after they get evicted? Well, it's up to them at that point. They look for other housing, and it's on them. I have never had to, I only have one rental property, and thank God I've never been put in a situation like that where I've had to do that. But it's, yeah, I will say, though, is that there are scummy landlords that, you know, take advantage of their tenants. I don't deny stuff like that. But I will also say is that there are times when tenants will take advantage of landlords. And so just because somebody's getting evicted, it doesn't mean that the landlord was like some scumbag and did some like bad things or some shady things. You know, there could be something completely else going on. Like a person could be destroying the property, the person could be like doing drugs to the property, you know, the person could be, you know, not paying their rent, refusing to when they have the money, not paying the rent. Did you download Harry Potter yet? No, I didn't I didn't get the chance to. I do want to eventually play it, Christine. Dude, you read my mind, but I don't spend my money after my paycheck, lol. I actually save money, and yes, I live with my parents. Well, that's good, is, you know, save as much money as you can, and here's what I'll tell you. I'm assuming you're planning on living with your parents for a few more years. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But if you are, do this, if you are, with your paycheck. If you have no other extra bills to pay, like you don't have to pay property taxes, you know, you don't have to pay, like, you know, for electricity, you know, water, you know, when your parents are taking care of that, you don't have to pay for rent and stuff like that. What I would do if I was you in that case is take 90% of your paycheck. Every single time you get a paycheck, take 90% of your paycheck and just put it in the bank. And don't even touch it at all. Don't spend it, just put it in the bank every single time. And the other 10%, use it on whatever else you want. You know, buy like stuff that you want, video games, you know, maybe some clothes, and also help your parents out, because your parents are helping you out a lot too. So that's what I would say about it, is like just save 90% of your check, you know, put it in the bank, don't spend it, and the other 10% just spend on whatever you want. And like in a few years from now, you'll probably thank me when you see just how much that added up to. Well, people, here's the thing. When I bought that BMW car, that used car that I still have, that car, you know how I purchased that car? I purchased that car with cash. And this is way before my YouTube channel. I purchased that car in May of 2017. Well, my channel existed, but I had 300 subscribers at that point. Basically, where I got the money for that is I think it was like 20,000 something in cash. And I saved that in retail, just from retail, because literally 90% of my check I would not spend. I just did not want to spend any of my money, and I just kept saving it. So I purchased the whole thing in cash like that. So you can just save up a bunch of money, and you know you can, you know, save it for maybe like a business property in the future, an investment, you know, something else, a car. You know, there's a lot of things that you can save your money for. Hey, Professional, 3 U.S. soldiers were killed in an Iran-backed drone strike in Jordan today. What do you think the ramifications will be? There might be some kind of retaliatory strikes on Iranian militias in that area, and there might be new sanctions that are going to be put on Iran. That's probably what's going to happen. But is there probably going to be war? I don't think there's going to be a war because of this, no. Thank you, Random, for the super chat. Did I get kicked out of what, Fernando? Wait, what happened? Oh, I don't see you in the lobby anymore. I don't know then. I don't know what's going on. That was weird. You guys saw it just slid on that wall. Bro, do you like 50 Cent? Yeah, 50 Cent is my favorite rapper. I like him. Yeah, I do eventually want to make that. The Donald Love video. Don't like to talk about my home situation, but my parents are a bit toxic. That's why I don't help, but I take advice from my dad sometimes. So I'm sorry to hear that, Nikki. Well, I hope that everything goes good for you. I hope everything works out, but just make sure, remember what I said is, if there is money that you can save, save it. Save as much money as you can. Obviously, buy the essentials. Buy, you know, food, you know, pay for groceries, you know, pay your bills. But if there is food that's if there's money left over that you don't have to spend, save it. Oh, took my damn skull. I remember that. That's from 50 Cent Blood in the Sand, Mr. Waifu. I do remember that. No, I don't think so, White, because then who are you going to be playing as? Like, people are saying Lucia and Jason are going to die. That's not going to happen. You have never had... There has never been a GTA game where the main character has died in the game that you play as. GTA protagonists have died before, but they never died in the game where you play as them. That's never happened before. Why do you play GTA Online rather than online every week? Because it's like a schedule. It's like a game that I play. It's like it's fun. It's if there are other games that you want me to play, I can definitely play those games too. So it really depends on what you want me to play, but I can play other games too. I'm gonna be this Wednesday. We're doing a bully stream on Wednesday, so Wednesday's gonna be fun with that. Okay, go to your next business then, big country. I'm gonna take care of this for you. Just go to your next business. Have you ever seen the videos of characters were charged for their crimes? Yep. I've seen a few of those. I heard you won't be able to kill pedestrians in GTA 6. That's nonsense. No, don't listen to that. AI. That will be coming out in February, Craig. I'm sorry about the delay in the real life video. I have it recorded. I just have to edit it, but it's gonna be out in February. How detailed do you think the weather system will be in GTA 6? There's probably going to be tropical storms. Tropical storms they will probably add to GTA 6. That's probably going to happen. I don't think it's going to be like where cars are going to be flying or anything like that, but I think that it's going to be like a much heavier rainstorm than what you're used to in GTA 5. Opinion on a condo? Condo isn't a bad place to live. You know, you got security typically, you know, free parking, sometimes the utilities are included in the rent, or if it's a place that you own, Sometimes the HOA will include it, so condo isn't necessarily a bad place to live. Just the thing is, are you able to live very close to people? That's the thing about it, because if you're not, then a condo's not for you. I could, Scotty, but I'm in the middle of helping Big Country right now. Where did you get the Tony Cipriani's Leone suit from? Oh, it was just a simple black suit that I put on with a white business shirt. That's it. It was very easy to use. Very easy to make. Opinion on RV families? I don't really have anything against them. I think it's actually they do save a lot of money by living in an RV, but it's I probably would never be able to live in an RV personally. Harry Kapowitz will be the main antagonist of GTA 6. No, probably not. Probably gonna be El Rubio. That's what I think it might be. Rubio will definitely make an appearance in GTA 6. I'm confident in that. What do you think of diesel trucks? I don't really have anything against them. What do you mean? Are you talking about the diesel protests that are going on in Germany? Is that what you're talking about? Well, I'll probably start role-playing as a biker character again in February, Benjamin. I'm good, Carter. How are you? What makes you think El Rubio will appear? Because El Rubio, Cayo Perico is closer to Vice City than it is to Los Santos, and Vice City is a major hub for drug trafficking, and so El Rubio is definitely gonna have some kind of presence there. Diesel pickup trucks? I don't have anything against them. I probably wouldn't drive a pickup truck, but I don't have a problem with people owning them. I don't know if that's really true. 70 to 75% of the buildings you'll be able to enter in GTA 6, I don't know if that's true. Have I consumed alcohol or tobacco before? Tobacco, never. Alcohol, I have drank, you know, glass of wine, glass of champagne. I remember that, a few years ago, I had tried beer, but I absolutely despised it, and then, like, you know, a year later, one of my friends told me to try beer again. I tried it, I didn't like it, and so it's like, I despise beer. I cannot drink it. I think it's disgusting, personally. It's just not for me. I don't drink any alcohol, really. The only thing I'll have is maybe a glass of wine or champagne, like, once a month. That's it. Nothing more than that. I don't know if Don Percival may be the antagonist, but I don't want Don Percival to be the main antagonist, because it's going to be a story fighting Merryweather all over again. I don't want that, personally. I'd rather, like, a cartel boss be the main antagonist. I find it stupid that there are people who harass other people in public and post it on YouTube, and they make millions from those kinds of videos. It is disgusting. It's ridiculous. I don't know what their problem is. I don't know if you actually heard about it. There was actually a situation that happened, like a year ago or something. Like, I'm sure somebody in the comments knows what I'm talking about. Let me know when it happened. I think it was recent still. Basically what happened was there was this YouTube prankster that was like harassing this Uber Eats driver in like a shopping mall, and he was basically just harassing him, and he was basically walking and getting in his face, and when I say getting in his face, like that he couldn't move, so like he was right in his face every time, and he basically took out his phone and he was playing some like annoying sound, something like that. And the Uber driver told him repeatedly several times, like, leave me alone, stop following me, stop approaching me, go away, leave me alone. The guy wouldn't leave him alone. The guy kept following him, kept getting into his face, and then what ends up happening is the Uber Eats driver basically takes out a gun and shoots him. And that guy survived, the prankster survived, he made a recovery. And the thing about this is the prankster did not learn from that. And he is still doing that. He is still harassing people. He is still annoying people on the streets. He is still doing that. So he's still doing the pranks. Now, is it justified that the guy shot him? Probably not. He was found not guilty, I believe. Because there wasn't any kind of, imminent threat. But basically he was telling him, several times, go away, leave me alone. Like, you never know who you're talking to, so, like, harassing random strangers in the streets when you don't know who they are, they could be, like, a gangster, for all you know, and, like, just annoying the hell out of people, is, like, that's a consequence of that, basically, that happening.
Excuse me!
Yeah, I know the prankster is still doing it. Yeah, that's, Are we selling anything else? Do you need help with anything else here? Yeah, I agree it was excessive. He didn't need to do that, Lendon. But the thing about this is, when you're harassing somebody in public, you don't know who that person could be. And that's like a perfect example of that. What will Sonny say to a scammer? Wait, what? What are you talking about, Brandon? Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yes, that guy, yes, that guy was harassing a lot of people in Japan. And the thing about this is, that guy, that stupid American prankster in Japan, not only did he cause a massive scene, but that guy caused a bunch of, like, probably caused an international incident between Japan and America by doing something like that, because the Japanese are a very, how would I describe them? They're a very close together community of people. They're typically very wary of outsiders, of foreigners. I'm not saying that the Japanese people are, like, racist or anything like that. What I'm saying is they're just not used to foreigners. They're not, like, for example, in, like, Europe and the West, we're very used to foreigners, but, like, the Japanese people aren't very used to foreigners. And so, him doing something like that is, in Japan, is going to destroy relations between Japan and America, because then a lot of the Japanese are going to basically be thinking, oh, this is how Americans are, they act like this, we're not going to want them in our country. And so that's, like I said, he did a lot of damage to Japanese and American relations just with that stunt, doing crap like that. That Jakarta tourist is a piece of, well, I don't know why, people do stuff like this, Mr. Waifu. Have they deported him? I don't know if they have deported him or not, but here's the thing about this. If you travel to any country on this planet that is not your own country, if you travel, visit, or intend to live in any country that is not your own, when you are in a country, regardless of whether you're visiting, you're just being a tourist, or you're planning on living there, regardless what the situation is, you are a guest in somebody else's country. And so you should behave in that country. You should behave and act on the best of your behavior because you're a guest in that country. They don't have an obligation to let you in. They don't have an obligation to take you in at all. And so you are a guest in that country, and you should behave in that country, follow the laws. And the fact this idiot went to Japan, and was just like harassing people, breaking Japanese laws, and making fun of it, and making fun of Japanese people. You know, it's just disgusting. And if he did not get deported, I'm honestly surprised if he didn't get deported. I'm honestly surprised if he didn't. But that's what I'll say is, you know, you go to another country, you behave, you know, you follow their laws, you try to follow their customs, and you know, you just respect the fact that you're in another country and they're letting you in. I get you, E30. Oh, you made a super chat? I sorry if I didn't see it. Most disappointing EA game you've played and why? I would say Star Wars Battlefront 2 at launch. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a lot better now, but at launch it was a disaster. What do I think of Eminem? I don't really have much of an opinion on him. Vince McMahon is a disgusting human being. What he did to his employees beyond deplorable, and just shows how much of a pervert McMahon really is. And I still he's a horrible person, but it just honestly surprises me so much, because I've watched WWE when I was a kid, and like I would never have imagined that he would do something like that. But I guess you never know how people truly are behind closed doors. But that's. So we should respect if they don't give rights to women, not on my book. Well, look, dude, here's what I'm saying is, like, Japan is a country, though, where women do have rights. But the country that I was talking about was Japan, specifically. But, look, if another country is, like, you know, for example, like, you know, violating women's rights, then by no means you should respect that. You should respect, you should respect human rights, respect, everyone should be respected. But that's not the situation that I'm talking about. I'm talking about a situation in Japan where this guy went to Japan and he was basically making a fool of himself, harassing Japanese people, annoying people, and did not behave himself in Japan, and so they deported him. Or I don't know if they deported him, but... But yeah, look, I respect all culture that's around the world. The only time I will have an issue with a part of a culture is if something like that. If it violates, you know, other people's rights, then I will have an issue, like violating women's rights. But if it's a culture that's not doing anything bad, it's just just different from yours, then everyone should do their best to respect it. What's my favorite Need for Speed game? I haven't really played them much. Okay, going to the next point here. I think it was Dragon. What's up, Frank? I'm kind of neither, Nikki. I just not much into vehicles myself. Thank you for the super chat. I'm good, Valent. How are you? What's that? What is that, Rogan? Do you think someone will rat Jason out, Jason and Lucia? Somebody's gonna betray Jason and Lucia. Every GTA game pretty much has a story of a betrayal, so. Maybe they'll go for something like GTA 5, Chasseroni, but I'm not certain. Sonny? You mean from Vice City? Sonny Forelli, what would he do if a scammer called him? He'd be like, "That's my money! My money!" That's probably what he would tell a scammer. So, 2 miles. Oh, this is... So the internet will probably have a lot of stuff in GTA 6, but it's can probably be an improvement from GTA 5, but not by that much. Yes, I'm on the PS5. iFruit 15. Oh, man. John Cena said Vince was a father to him. Cena needs to be terminated. John Cena did a lot of stupid, he's done a lot of stupid crap. I mean, remember the Taiwan thing that he did? Remember that, too? That was really stupid. But a lot of you guys have requested that I do a video talking about this Vince McMahon thing, so I probably will later in the week. I'll probably give my thoughts on it, but I have to read the articles. I have to read everything that's going on and what he's being accused of. I know he's been accused of some really bad things, so I gotta read all the articles, and then I'll give a video basically giving my thoughts on the whole situation. The thing about this is, if this also turns out to be, if this turns out to be true, everything that Vince McMahon is being accused of, because you guys have told me that, that he's, that there's a lot of evidence against what he's doing. So if it is true, everything that he's basically been accused of, that is not just going to destroy his name, but that is probably going to destroy his kids too, because every single time his kids, I think it's Shane McMahon and then he has a daughter, right? Every single time if they even appear on WWE at all, that's people are going to be thinking about that too. Over to the drop. How many years did Phil do in the can? 20 years. Stephanie. Isn't she married to Triple H? Yeah, Triple H is gonna suffer because of this too. And that's the and that's what's really unfortunate about really situations like this, is that if you have a family member that does something really horrible, people are gonna look at you and think of that. That's what happens in every kind of situation, is that if you have a family member that committed crimes and did something really, really horrible, and everybody knows about it, is even if you had absolutely nothing to do with it, people are going to look at you and they're going to basically think of that. That's pretty much it. That's what's really horrible about, also horrible in situations like this. Dying Light was a bit fun, Phoenix. But the thing about this is what I don't understand about Dying Light. One thing about the story is I started playing it the other day, and I was playing it with my friend. And one thing I don't understand about the story in Dying Light is, like, Crane is like this, American, some kind of government agent that's like in Haran when this zombie outbreak happens. And he literally, like, within the first hour of the storyline, like, they were already trusting Crane with all the most important jobs, like, all the most important things. Like, this guy comes out of nowhere. He's like an American in your country, and he's just, they start trusting him with everything, and, like, telling him to go on these dangerous missions and get the antizin for them, which is like a, suppressant against the zombie virus. And I just thought it was weird how everybody was trusting Crane so much so quickly. Like, it was just, like, it just didn't make sense to me how they distrusted him so much early on. Yeah, I guess London. But yeah, I just thought it was weird how they trusted him so much so quickly. Yeah, what about him, Own Titan? John Cena had something to do with Vince, as they had these quote-unquote meetings on their so-called gentleman's room, as seen on one of Cena's reality shows. So John Cena was part of this as well. Oh, man. Okay, one more drop then here. What do you think about Florida Joker? I think he's an idiot. Well, you know what they say about John Cena, though, that he can't see Taiwan. Brock Lesnar is involved in it as well? What? It's... John Cena's not a part of it. The allegations are towards Brock Lesnar? Oh, they are? Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to read into this exactly and see who's involved. The allegations are from an employee who worked with the company from 2019 to 2022. Cena has nothing to do with this. Okay, Mark. Then I guess Cena doesn't have... Then I'll read into it. Oh, that's just what people were telling me in the comments. John Cena is China's national treasure. What's the context here with the WWE stuff? Like, Vince McMahon was accused of doing some really disgusting sexual things. Yeah, John Cena uploaded a video years ago apologizing to the Chinese Communist Party. I'm not even joking when I say that. He uploaded a video apologizing to the Communist Party of China. Brock was scrapped from the Royal Rumble last night, so he's not going to be part of it too. Waiting for him to deliver the last package here. How do you fix the PS5 touchpad where it randomly switches weapons while playing GTA 5? I've never actually had that happen to me. I'm surprised that that's a thing. I've never had that happen to me once. Thoughts on protein powder? I remember I take like a protein powder, I make a protein powder like shake after like a workout, but the protein powder that I use, it's all natural and it does not have any flavoring to it. So like I wanted to go for the most healthiest thing ever. I like your thoughts on GTA 6. Do you think that there will be multiple endings? And if so, do you think Jason or Lucia will both live? Both of them are gonna live. Maybe they'll do like an alternate ending thing where you can like kill Jason or Lucia, kind of like GTA 5, but it's not gonna be canon. You might do something like that. When is my rant on Modern Warfare 3 coming? Later tonight. After the stream, a few hours after the stream, it'll be up tonight. Just check really late my time, Eastern US time, it'll be up. All A, thank you for the super chat too. And thank you, Nikki. Would drinking chicken broth be better than protein? Oh, I never heard of somebody saying that they drink directly chicken broth, but... Would you sponsor that protein powder? If it's, I mean, it has helped me. It seemed to have gained muscle. But I don't think I would sponsor a protein powder. And the reason I wouldn't sponsor a protein powder is because there are people who have different effects to protein powder. Sometimes people will have negative effects on that. And these protein powders have all these different chemicals and all this different stuff in it, so I would never recommend like a food product to like somebody that like might have a negative reaction to them. So I would never want to do something like that. So probably not. No, I wouldn't. The only food I think I would do a sponsorship for is they've actually emailed me in the past, and I told them I'll do a sponsorship for them on their lore video, but they never responded to me, so I don't know what the deal with that is. But if anybody knows HelloFresh, where they like send you like boxes of food and they give you like instructions how to cook, I actually use HelloFresh and it's actually pretty good. And so I would do an ad for them, but they didn't get back to me after they said they wanted me to do an ad for them. So that's but other than that, I probably wouldn't recommend anything that you would eat typically. I would like to note that Kadir Race is Suleiman's gang, the Wolves, possibly consist the entire quarantine containment battalion, or what's left of it. You mean soldiers, then, Lendon. Thank you for the super chat. But Lendon, do you know what I'm talking about when I talked about like Dying Light's story? I'm saying that the leader of the Tower Brecken, like you literally he knew Crane for like less than a day. And he sent Crane on, like, the most important mission ever to, like, get Anderson for the entire tower. Like, the whole thing made no sense. Like, how they know him for, like, less than a day, and then they trust him with, like, all these important jobs. That's what I just thought was weird. Like, I didn't think the story in Dying Light was bad, necessarily, but I just thought it was weird how, like, it's like, don't you need more character development before they start trusting him with, like, really important jobs like that? That's just what I thought was weird about it. I've been cleaning War of Warships 3 years. Wait, cleaning? What do you mean cleaning? Oh, my controller died. And World of Warships, I do actually play it. The game that I did the sponsorship for, and it's a lot of fun. I played a lot of it too, and I'm still ranking up. But right now, when I'm playing World of Warships, the only faction I'm playing as is Imperial Japan, because I've been trying to level up Japan's ships, and I've been trying to unlock all the Japanese top ships. That's what I've been trying to do. So once I'm done with Imperial Japan, I think I'll move on to another country. On what grounds are you ranting about Modern Warfare? The fact that the story is 4 hours, and the fact that there's a lot of plot holes in the story that make no sense, like Makarov doing attacks with no plan, Like, the fact, like, Makarov blowing up, like, Verdansk, for example, there was no purpose behind it, nothing whatsoever. There's just Makarov just wants to be evil just for no reason. Where in Modern Warfare 3, the original, there was always some kind of purpose behind his attacks. The fact that, you know, that one character had a really stupid death scene at the very end of Modern Warfare 3, the death scene was, like, so out of nowhere, it was just stupid. What else was it? Oh yeah, the fact that Philip Graves came back and they were all supposed to be buddies again, and the thing is though, is like, tell me, for anybody who has played Modern Warfare 3 storyline, I'm talking about the new one, for anybody, tell me if you agree with me on this, but has anybody else noticed that in the Modern Warfare 3 storyline, that they never bring up the fact that Graves literally committed war crimes, and literally mass murdered an entire town in Mexico? Like, literally, Shadow Company took over an entire town in Mexico and mass murdered all the civilians. Like, they just killed all the civilians. They just executed them. And not only that, but they also they arrested Alejandro's entire team, threw them in prison, and then Captain Price and Gaz and Soap and Ghost, literally, they killed like over 100 Shadow Company mercenaries. And then all of a sudden in Modern Warfare 3, they're like, oh, we're buddies now. We're gonna be working together again. It's like we're good now, right? It's like, no. And the thing that made no sense to me is, if you notice, whenever Captain Price and Soap and Ghost, whenever they were pissed about the whole Graves situation, the only thing they were pissed about was the fact that Graves betrayed them. Like, Captain Price, Soap, Ghost, all those characters, they didn't even mention one time in the entire story that Graves literally murdered, like, an entire town of civilians in Mexico. Like, don't you think that's the most important thing? The guy literally executed hundreds of civilians. He literally took over an entire town, killed all the police, all the civilians in the town. That's not even mentioned once in the entire storyline. Instead, it's just oh, Graves betrayed Task Force 141. It's just when Graves was testifying to Congress, they didn't even bring that up too. That he literally mass murdered an entire town in Mexico. I don't know why they ignored that part. Like, have you heard that influencers have been charging $75,000 for a sponsorship? Who the hell is charging $75,000 for a sponsorship? What's the best time of day to eat vegetables and the best time to eat meat? I don't think there really is a specific time of day to eat either one. Eat it whenever you want. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I don't think there really is a specific time of day. I would say my favorite vegetables are probably tomatoes. My favorite, what's my favorite meat? Yeah, I'd probably say chicken is probably my favorite meat. Are you knowledgeable of the Russian mob, like how you are with the Italian mob? It was interesting to hear you talk to the Italian mafia in your lore videos. I know a little bit about them, but honestly speaking, I know more about the Triads than I do about the Russian mafia. The Russian mafia, I don't know that much about it. The only thing I will say about the Russian mafia is you could make the argument that the Russian mafia is way more powerful than the Italian mafia. You could definitely make that argument. And the reason I would say the Russian mafia is more powerful than the Italian mafia is because the Russian mafia has connections to the government of Russia. So, like, there's parts of the government of Russia that are extremely corrupt. Like, a lot of these oligarchs are also in with the Russian government, and they have direct ties to the Russian mafia. And so those, that's why I would say the Russian mafia is way more powerful than the Italian mafia, because they have connections to an actual government. Is, you know, the chances of them being prosecuted is, you know, much less than, like, the Italian mafia being prosecuted in America, for example. Thank you, Mr. Nowhere. Any GTA 5 characters you would like to return in GTA 6? What GTA 5 character would I like to see come back in GTA 6? El Rubio. El Rubio 100%. The other characters? I don't know. I'd have to really think about it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Thank you, Enigmatic, if I'm reading your name correctly. Well, the thing about this... Oh no, hang on. Okay, I can still fix this. Here. This is why Up and Atomizer is one of the most useful weapons in the game, because before the Up and Atomizer came out, that boat would have been done. Okay, Hey, Pro, I want to say I love your GTA 4 videos. Thank you, Chase. Thanks, man. The Mexican government should have had an appearance in the Congress scene in Modern Warfare 3. Well, in my review, I actually talked about how Alejandro should have been the one to come in to testify in the, to Congress about what Graves did to his people and how he imprisoned his soldiers. That should have happened. But, you know what another thing is? Why did they ignore the whole cartel thing in Modern Warfare 3? That's another thing, is what the hell happened to the cartel? Because the cartel storyline is not over. Because if you've played DMZ, the DMZ storyline, which apparently they don't even care about DMZ anymore, but the DMZ storyline was that Valeria escaped from prison, and then she was using cartel cargo ships to smuggle like drugs and weapons and guns across the ocean all the way to the Republic of Adel, where she was selling it to Al-Qatala. That was the story in DMZ. And they, like, completely ignored that story about how the cartel was, like, shipping stuff to Al-Qatala. This was after the events of Modern Warfare 2. They completely ignored that. And like, honestly, I miss the cartel storyline at this point. The cartel storyline in Modern Warfare 2 is, like, 10 times better than the garbage that we got in Modern Warfare 3. It's like, I want the cartel storyline to come back. Like, that crap was just terrible with Makarov in Modern Warfare 3. That sucked. The worst part about Modern Warfare 3 Reboot was how they incorporated the storyline into Warzone, and for a non-Warzone player, there's a lot of plot holes and discontinuity. Yeah, and what I will say is what's really stupid is, remember how, like, Graves was working with Farah and Alex, and basically how they went around that is, according to their logic, that because Alex was with Farah's organization, you know, he left the CIA to help her and was part of her group, and according to the developer's logic, Farah and Alex would have no knowledge of what Graves did in Mexico. They would have no knowledge of that. But there are things called the news, and there's also things called Captain Price, because here's the thing is, if we had the original Captain Price, the original one, that same guy, in the Modern Warfare Reboot, Captain Price would have done everything in his power, the original one, to make sure that Alex and Farah know exactly what Graves did in Mexico. Like, he would have done everything in his power to make sure that they find out what he did. But the fact that, like, Alex and Farah are all like, oh, we don't know what Graves did in Mexico, it made no sense. Even if they're not working directly with them, Captain Price would have found some way to inform them of basically what Graves did. The fact that, like, Alex and Farah have no idea about what Graves did in Mexico, that whole thing is just stupid. That's just another stupid plot hole. It made no sense. Like, this guy tried to kill you. He literally, he mass murdered an entire town in Mexico. He arrested Alejandro's soldiers. He literally, was doing an illegal operation with General Shepard, moving missiles into the Middle East. And then all of a sudden in Modern Warfare 3, they're like, oh yeah, you know, this guy, you know, he's gonna be working with you again. It's like, you guys are cool now, right? It's like, no, we're not cool. That's just, that's why I say the story was, like, badly written. And what I'll tell you about this, Shadow Company should have stayed as an enemy. They should not have been brought back as an ally in Modern Warfare 3. They should have stayed as an enemy. That's what they should have done. Shadow Company should have been another faction that you fight in Modern Warfare 3. There would have been Makarov's faction, there would have been Shadow Company, you know, there would have been the Cartel and Al-Qatala. You would have had a lot more hostile factions to deal with. So that's what they should have done, is that was just stupid what they did. I mean, do you guys agree with what I'm saying about Modern Warfare 3? That the story had just way too many plot holes. And I think it was the worst Call of Duty storyline I've played, personally. Who's your favorite video game character and why? I would say my favorite video game character is probably Nico. Yeah, I would say probably Nico. And I like Nico because he's a very cold kind of character, but he's also experienced, like, a lot of hardships, like a lot of horrible things that have happened to him. He's a very complicated character. Thank you, Pete, for the super chat. Well, I have an idea about that, Isaiah. How come you like DMZ better than Modern Warfare 2? You mean Modern Warfare 3? I like DMZ. DMZ is my favorite Call of Duty mode of all time. And I like DMZ because it's like an open map. It's not like Battle Royale where the map is constantly getting smaller and smaller, but you basically have like 20 minutes to complete a bunch of objectives, go around the map, get some things done. The radiation then comes in, you gotta leave, you complete missions, you kill AI, you get money, you buy stuff. It's not like a typical thing where you kill every player you see. That's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about DMZ. Did the Marines steal from the Army during World War II? I'm assuming you're talking about the Pacific. You've probably watched the Pacific, haven't you? That TV show where you see that's the scene where the Marines will basically take from the Army. The Marines, if situations like that probably did happen. The Army, but if the Marines would have stolen from the Army, it would have been something that they wouldn't have, like, directly robbed them. It would have been just something like taking something from, like, the armory, or, like, taking some of their supplies without them noticing. Probably something like that. And it's because the Army was just well better supplied, much better equipped than the Marines. They just had way better gear, way better supplies, way better logistics than the Marines did. The Army typically got all the newer stuff. So that's probably what you're talking about there. And Salt, yeah, and Salt A, I agree with you that they incorporate it into Warzone. Thank you, Salt Chaseleys. Do you think eventually we'll talk in a party? Sure, Mark, we could. Thank you for the super chat too. Old Makarov will see reboot Makarov as a joke. Oh yeah, old Makarov would probably kill new Makarov right away. They were not becoming buddies, but just had to work for each other to stop Coney. The thing about that is what Graves did, you could argue, was pretty much just as bad as Coney at that point. So it was just stupid of them just to work together in the first place too. Thank you, Nikki. What do I think of Modern Warfare Zombies? I think that it's better than Vanguard Zombies. I think we can all agree Vanguard Zombies suck. I mean, do you know what? I played a lot of Vanguard Zombies. So, before people judge me, I played a lot of Vanguard Zombies. I played that a ton. And what I'll tell you about Vanguard Zombies is like, if I have to hear this line one more time, it's like, Professor, your toy soldiers are about to go Arvidazen. If I have to hear that line one more time, I'm gonna go insane. For anybody that's played Vanguard Zombies, you know what I'm talking about. That stupid guy keeps repeating that same line like every 5 minutes. It's so annoying. So like the Vanguard Zombies sucked. It was just a bunch of objectives that you were just doing. It was like annoying. And then those gods that you were like helping, those spirits, whatever they were just getting really annoying too. No way the Lions threw a 17-point lead to lose 31-34. Well, honestly speaking, Blinded Eagle, I probably don't know what you're talking about because I don't follow football. So I don't even know the teams. I don't even really know how the game is played fully, to tell you the truth. But I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you. But yeah, but you have to remember that Shepard was just basically trying to cover up his own mess, pretty much. I just don't think that it was well written. And the fact is this guy committed mass murder. Graves committed mass murder. So that's what I'll say about him too. Is the fact that it's not talked about. Hey, Pro, want to do my heist now? Again, not forcing you. We could probably do it soon. Maybe I'll help with one more sale after this, and we could do your heist. What was your first reaction to killing Trevor killing Johnny? I was confused. I was like, is Johnny really dead? Like, I was confused by that. What do you think of China saying that border issues with India are historic? I think that China is honestly the last country that has can make any kind of land claims whatsoever. Because the thing is, though, is if you look at China, and thank you for sponsoring my channel for nearly a year, WRB. Here's the thing about China is every single country that China borders, they have a land dispute with. Like every single country, nearly every single country China has a border with, they have some kind of land dispute. It's like every single country is just pissed at just dealing with the Chinese government because they make these ridiculous claims constantly. So look, China has a land dispute with Mongolia. China claims huge portions of Mongolia belong to China historically. That's what they say. When Mongolia could make the exact same argument back to China, and they could say that huge parts of China are historically Mongolia. So if China can make that argument, Mongolia can make that exact same argument right back to them. China even has a border dispute with North Korea, which is one of their few allies. Which China, North Korea, even with North Korea, they have a problem. They have a problem with Russia too. China claims that Vladivostok, that far eastern Russian city, is historically Chinese. They also make land claims towards, they've made a land claim towards Tajikistan in the past, which is in Central Asia, and China basically forced Tajikistan to like cede like 20 or 30% to their country. So Tajikistan, a really poor country, had to give China like 20 or 30% of their land like a few years ago. They literally gave like a few of their land to China because they were scared of China just invading them. So literally China picks on poor countries like that. China has also occupied and taken over Tibet, which how can they make any kind of land claims whatsoever when they literally invaded and annexed Tibet? What other countries does China have a border dispute with? India, of course. You know, India. China even makes claims to Kashmir, which like that's ridiculous. That's it's like I don't know how China can make historically land claims to that too. So it's like every single country, Nepal too. China has border disputes with Nepal. They have border disputes with Bhutan. It just keeps going. The list keeps going on and on and on. And Taiwan too. Taiwan doesn't border China, but they make land claims to Taiwan too. You know, you know what I think is, yes, the Uyghurs too. That is in the Xinjiang province. That's where it goes on, Western China. But what I will say about this is, you know what's... Oh, Vietnam too. How could I forget Vietnam? Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. How could I forget those countries too? Is China even has a land dispute with Vietnam too. And China has also a water dispute with the Philippines. So with the Philippines is China builds artificial islands in the water, and then they claim that this land is historically theirs. It's ridiculous. You're making artificial islands, and then you're claiming this stuff is theirs too. Yeah, but that's I hope I answered your question about China there. Thank you, Jay Alicini, for the sponsorship. Thank you too. Burma too. Yep, they have that with Burma too. But like, is there one country that China borders that they don't have a land dispute with? It's like every country they border with, they have a land dispute. And the ridiculous thing about this is China constantly keeps claiming this is historically Chinese land. This is historically Chinese land. But there is land that China controls that is not historically Chinese land. The Xinjiang province is not historically Chinese land. The Tibet is not historically Chinese land either. And what I will say about it, about Vladivostok is not historically Chinese also. The really funny thing about this is Taiwan can make that exact same argument right back to China. The exact same argument. Taiwan could say to the Chinese government that we are historically the legitimate government of China, because the current Chinese government overthrew the Taiwanese government in a Chinese civil war. The Taiwanese government are the remnants of the original nationalist government of China. So Taiwan can actually make the argument that they are the actual legitimate government of China based on historical grounds. So if China keeps making that historical argument, Taiwan could make the exact same thing back and say, oh, we are the historical, legitimate government of China. It is not the Communist Party. Thank you, Jay Alicini. Thank you for sponsoring my channel. Isn't that what Taiwan has been saying for years? It has, kind of, but Taiwan has never directly declared their independence because they're scared of invasion. So, yeah.
We sell it?
Helicopters. Okay, let's spawn a helicopter here. You know how to play ULP missions? I'm not getting the call. Have you tried to go in front of the IAA building? Anna Chal is also don't belong to China as its border Tibet, but China still claims it. It's a state in India. Well, I didn't know about that, but I'm not surprised, because like I said before, is the Chinese government makes ridiculous land claims to pretty much every single country that it borders. I know that the Chinese soldiers have basically attacked Indian soldiers. I know that happened in the past on the border. Let me see here too. No Pro Capitale will trigger you more. Thank you for the super chat, Blinded Eagle. Capitale literally gives me like a bad vibe every time, because I remember that's the death of Red Dead Online. Is Bigfoot real? Probably not. I would agree with that, Mr. Professional, too, yep. I'm English, so I'm curious on your thoughts on this. What war was more devastating for America, the Revolutionary War or the Civil War? The Civil War. The Civil War is the worst time period in American history. It is the absolute worst time. A lot of people think that the Great Depression is the worst time period in American history, but the Civil War was I would say the Civil War is the worst time period in American history, because the entire country had been basically ripped in half. You had, and what a lot of people don't know about the Civil War is that more Americans died in the Civil War than they died in World War I and World War II. So I'm talking about American soldiers specifically. So the American soldiers that died in World War I and World War II, more Americans died in the Civil War than they died in World War I and World War II combined. That's how bad the casualties were in the Civil War. The Civil War had literally 100 times more casualties than the Revolutionary War. It was really, really bad. Tell the dude to turn on his map blips for the... Oh, yeah, he could do that too, yeah. If it's not working. Turn on your map blips then, Scotty. Maybe that will fix it, if it's off. Do you think Hadir should have been the main bad guy in Modern Warfare 2 and 3? I think Hadir should have been Al-Assad. They should have made Hadir Al-Assad. That's what they should have done. Thank you, Golden Stripe. Thank you for the super chat. I could, Kyle. I could do something like that probably, too. Evening Pro, how many miles do you have in your BMW? And do you have any check engine or warning lights on your dash? I have two GMC Yukons of around 250,000 miles, all original under the hood. Thank you, GTA Nation, for the super chat. No, I don't have any of the check engine lights. I don't have that come up. I had a light come up that, like, I had to replace the parking lamp. That came up once, but I actually did it myself. So I found, like, the parking lamp on Amazon, and I actually put it in myself. So I watched a YouTube video how to change it in my car, and I did it. That was the only message notification that I've really gotten. How many miles does my car have? I think my car has, like, 40,000 miles. I think that's in total. And the car is from 2013. Too. So it's from 2013, 10 years, because I don't drive a lot. And the thing is, when I took the car to a BMW dealership to inspect it, the guy thought that there was something wrong with the odometer. He's like, how does this car only have 40,000 miles for being 10 years? And I said, oh, it's I barely drive it. I don't drive it a lot. So that's probably one of the reasons the car has lasted me so long too. No, he's not Al-Assad. They're separate characters, Nikki. There was another super chat I missed. I'm sorry if I missed one. Oh, Zach Horn. I'm sorry. Thoughts on Jason Brody? Would you play Far Cry 3? Jason Brody? Let me look up who that is. Name sounds familiar. I just cannot think at the top of my head right now. What kind of car? Oh, it's a... Thank you, Nolan, for the super chat. It's a BMW 2013, 328i. That's what the car is. Oh, Jason Brody's the main guy in Far Cry 3. I didn't play Far Cry 3, so I don't know. I cannot answer you that question. I can tell you that I love Far Cry 2, that I can tell you. And the Jackal is my favorite Far Cry villain. That's what I'll say about it. DMZ was really good. Oh, about the zombies, right? How could I forget? So what I was saying is that Vanguard zombies sucked. Help me source cargo, Pro. I can help you with 1 or 2 missions, Luke, but then I'm gonna help Nikki with his heist. About the Modern Warfare zombies. I like how you can go into third person in Modern Warfare zombies, and I like how you got a big map to explore, but it's too much of a grind. Because by the time you get up in the tier 3 zone in zombies, the match is gonna be pretty much over at that point. That's what I will say about it. Do you think Red Dead 2 will ever get an expanded and enhanced, like GTA 5? It's crazy that they haven't updated it for next gen at all. What a shame. Maybe. Maybe, but, if they do, they should just do a 60 FPS version. That's just what they should do, and it should not be $70. Thank you, it's L, if I'm reading your name correctly. Sorry if I keep talking about your BMW. What color is it? If it's blue, then it's very satisfying. My car's gray. Thank you, Nikki. Here, I think it's blue at least. It's like a, kind of like a darker, wait, no, I think it's gray. It's gray. It's like a darker color. It's not like exactly black, but it's not, yeah, I don't know. I would have to, I would have to see exactly what car color it is in the instruction manual, but I'm pretty sure it's gray. It's labeled gray. My top 5 favorite rappers? I don't know. My favorite rapper is 50 Cent. But I just know Eminem, but I don't know that many other rappers, honestly. What do you think of the Russian government changing the history of Stalin? What are they saying about Stalin now? What are they changing specifically? Is there any game you're waiting for this year? Yes. I'm waiting for Call of Duty, Cold War 2, or whatever the next Treyarch game they have. That's the only one that I can think of that I'm really waiting for right now. Maybe Skull and Bones, maybe I'll try that game too. Well, Vanguard Zombies, since when they have Juggernaut Zombies, I'm like, WTF, yeah. The characters in Vanguard Zombies get really annoying. Oh, Star Wars Outlaws is coming out this year. I completely forgot about that. Yes, it's coming out this year. That's fine, Brandon. It's okay. A lot of my other friends are too. But do you know what happened is the, I'll tell you guys something about the BMW, because I purchased that BMW in 2017, right? And so I've been driving that car from 2017 to May of 2017, so that's what, 6.5 years I've been driving the car, more. So 6.5 years I've been driving the car, and I have not had any issues with my car, none. But, Luke, make sure you do a ground mission. Do a ground mission, Luke. You don't have to invite me to the hangar. I'm right here. Just, start a ground mission. I'll go and pick it up, whatever it is. But here's what I remember about the car dealership. So I bought that BMW car used in 2017, right? And when I went to go buy that car, they tried to get me to buy some, like, plan or something like that, where my BMW parts would be covered if if something got broken. They wanted me to pay extra for it. It was some kind of monthly thing, I'm pretty sure. And well, I told them, no, I don't need it. And they're like, but what if your car breaks? And I said, you know, I don't think I'm gonna need it. I think it's okay. I don't think I need it. And then they kept pushing me. You're gonna need the plan. You're gonna need the plan. Your car is gonna break. No, I don't really want it. And then the woman at the dealership, she got really pissed at me. She's like, well, you are gonna be responsible for yourself if your car breaks. That's like, she said that to me. And like, it was because I didn't want to buy the plan for, like, you know, to replace the parts and stuff like that. But like, and I had it 6.5 years and nothing is broken in the car. So it's like, I guess I didn't need the plan, but it was, what kind of car insurance do you have and how much? I have State Auto. State Auto is the insurance that I have. Yeah, it's State Auto. If you don't intend to drive your car to use public transportation, no, I drive my car when I need to go somewhere. But I don't drive the car a lot. That's the thing. I don't go to many places. Usually I stay home for the most part. I don't go many places. You know, I have a gym at my apartment complex, so there's no need for me to even drive to a gym. You know, there's plenty of parks right next to my apartment, so I can walk. I don't need to drive anywhere. The only time I drive is when I buy groceries. That's it. I literally don't drive anywhere else. It's only when I have to buy groceries. That's the only time I will drive. Or if I have to go to one of my rental properties. If one of my tenants needs to talk to me about something, I'll drive over there. But I don't, I don't drive really anywhere. Are you starting it, Luke? Start it. Pirates during the American Revolution? Well, I don't know that much about that. Do you get recognized in public? It's happened 2 times before. 2 times in public and 1 time indirectly. Can you recommend me a good game? I can't find a good game. Well, one good game that I would rarely recommend you that just came out is the great Apollo Ace Attorney trilogy. I'll have the next part up tomorrow. But maybe you'll want to watch me play it instead of buying it. But if you like anything investigation, you like detective stuff, watch my Ace Attorney playthrough, because that I'm just doing right now, because the stories in those games are really good and the cases are really hard. Hey, Luke, what's going on? Are you gonna start this mission? I'm waiting for you to start it, man. Even if you get your rent late, do you at least get it all? Yeah, I have had a few of my tenants, the first group of tenants that I had, they were late on their rent numerous times. And I never charged them a late fee. I didn't do something like that, but they were late a bunch of times on it. Thank you, Blinded Eagle, and thank you, Mr. Nowhere. Pro being disappointed with games in 2023. Pro, it feels like I'm getting stabbed in the heart. How much betrayal can I take? It's like, it's from The Sopranos. But now that you made me think about that, I might want to use that as a meme in the future with Paulie when he says, how much more betrayal can I take? I'm gonna show you guys something that people might not know about here. Hang on a second. You go to remote control vehicles and use the RC bend. You know, some people that are watching the stream might not know about this, but if you ever get this mission here specifically, this is what you do. You take the RC car and you drive it in here, and you find the security panel and you blow that up. Now what we do is we destroy the generator, and the reason you want to do that is because you will have no enemies that will chase you, so nobody will chase you, and you can pick up the crates without anybody going after you. After how many days do you charge late fees? If somebody is going to be late more than a week, at that point I'll probably consider it, but I never had it at that point. Get to that point where it's like a week late. At most, I've had like 5 days late, but it's never been like a week. Did you get your channel from Leon? I just watched it. Leon? Who's Leon? Thank you, JV Leroy. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, you have the air... Okay. Didn't even realize. You have the airport hangar. And, Nikki, I'm gonna join your heist right after this here. Leon the Professional? No, no. No, no, no. Not... The thing about that is people kept coming to my channel and kept saying, is it from Leon the Professional? No. And I actually ended up watching that movie. I actually liked that movie. I thought that was a good movie, but I didn't, but no, it has nothing to do with that. Also, wait, can somebody tell me, does anybody know in the comments, is the new Battlefield game coming out this year? Does anybody know? The new Battlefield game, is it coming out this year? The new one? Or is that next year? Anyone know in the comments? Deliver narcotics to the hangar? Wait, why? Why is this not working here? Come on, deliver. Yeah, there is supposed to be a new Battlefield game, but I wasn't remembering what year it was supposed to come out. Is it this year? Well, your YouTube name fits the quality of your videos, how you treat us. Well, thank you, Floof. Because I know they were working on a new Battlefield game, but I don't remember if it was this year. Well, Rasu, I'm not gonna be able to help you because I have to, I'm gonna be going to eat soon, so I'm gonna be helping, Nikki with his heist. But can you guys help Razu Rex? His name is Rex, with his business sales. Love your streams and appreciate your intelligence. Always good to get home after a long day of work and watch your streams. Also, I'm sure your friends list is full. I was wondering if you could tag along sometime. Glad to support a valuable streamer. Thank you, Jay, and thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Largest super chat on the stream today. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Jay. Thank you. What's your PSN, Jay, by the way? Thank you, Jay. Okay, I'll see you, Anthony. Take care, man. I think the new Call of Duty is the only game I'm really looking forward to this year, unless there's a new Battlefield. There's probably be some, Mason. Okay, Luke, can you disband your CEO and help out Rex, because he needs help with his heist right now. I'm gonna go and help Razu with his I'm gonna go and help Nikki with his heist right now. Okay, I'm ready whenever. Who's the better criminal mastermind, Lyle from Better Call Saul or Benny Fazio from The Sopranos? Yeah, I remember that meme with Artie when he says, "Oh, I'm just another victim of Benny Fazio, criminal mastermind." And I need 2 more people. Well, what is the take on the heist, Nikki? Because if it's like gold, we can just probably get it, most of us 2 people. Or paintings, we can get 2 people. So we don't need more than that. If it's gold or paintings, we don't need more people for that. You can probably give yourself a bigger cut, but up to you. Your heist. Adir and Valeria should have been the main villains in Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, that would have been better. Cash, oh. Well, with Cash, we'll probably get 1 more person in here then. We can get it with 3 people. I'll invite everyone from the session and my friends list, so we'll see if anyone wants to join. If no one else joins, then just start at me and you, Nikki, if no one else joins. What would you say is the most unrealistic part of the trials in Ace Attorney? All the outbursts and the random things happening during them? The most unrealistic thing about trials in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles was having 2 people testify at the same time. That would never happen. Oh, Marcus is joining. Okay. Oh, and Skullhead joined. Okay. Okay, let's do it. I'm ready then. Episode 2 is going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow, earlier, I'll have it up. Why aren't you editing your in real life video? It has been recorded since November. Because I've just been so busy with just so much stuff, dude. There's just so many things that have just been coming up. But I will, I have to record things in the game, too. So the game the place I visited for real life, I will, I will be posting it in February. Promise you on that. I'm sorry just for the delay, but it will be up and you'll see it. You'll know what the real life video is when it comes up. Give me 15%. I don't want 25. Give it to someone else. I just want to help. I don't need. I have I have over $1 billion. I don't need any more money. Give my cut to someone else. Okay, I'm ready whenever. Do the drill. The drill, Nikki, and afterwards just do it. Okay, let's see. Here, what are we? Ready whenever. You're too nice, Pro. Thank you. Okay, ready whenever. Is there max money in GTA Online? I don't think so. But there is a glitch. If you get the total earned, what? Oh, dumpster. If you get the total earned with like 2,100 million something, what happens is your money glitches out in the stats. What's the in real life video about? It's about me visiting like a place that's from like a video game place in real life.
Alright, next stop, the diamond mine. The driver's gonna torch this car as soon as you're inside. We'll set up the getaway cars along your escape route. I gotta tell you, it feels good to be back in the driving seat. Metaphorically speaking, of course, actual driving aggravates my hives.
When will the scammer video be out? The one when I'm trolling the luxury apartment scammer? Which video are you talking about, WRV?
Sweat patches creep down my back. Oh yeah, I've missed this. So, we're going through the front. That's either really smart or really stupid. I guess it all depends on whether you can handle the platoon of heavily armed Texan guards waiting on the other side.
Would you be interested in visiting Miami in real life? Of course.
Private army of well-armed Texan
Oh, this approach, people barely do this approach.
because you're about to get a close-up view. I hope you're ready. Okay, team, head inside, and you'll be on the main floor. Okay, team.
Ain't got all day, folks.
Just smile normally, dear. You look like the village idiot.
Come on.
Stop making that thing with your denture.
I'm not. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3, cheese and
crackers. Whoa! Oh shit! Not again! Just run, Carol!
Not again.
You looking for some?
Okay, the tourists are clear, and the Texan guards are on the way. Good shot!
No way! Crap! Shit! Get the hell out of my God damn it! ¡Pinche cagada!
what on earth?
¡Vete a la verga! Come on, we got this! Get out! Get out! Jeez! Get to some cover!
Damn. Okay, let's go.
What was that?
Be careful for doing your cosplay playthrough of GTA 6. Wouldn't want Take-Two to try and sue you. Well, how would they sue me? But thank you, Yeast, for the super chat. My next Red Dead video will be, I'm not sure. I do want to make a video talking about the ranking the best updates. And Shy, can you tell me what your PSN is again?
Hill to the vault. Elevator or stairs. Make a call.
What the fuck?
Yes, yes. I'm gonna put that one out, WRV.
Damn it all! Some cover!
I will put it out.
The hell?
I'm just sorry. I've just been so busy with just so many things.
Let's do this! Ah!
Didn't you say you found Miami to be too hot? Yes. But that means I don't want to live there. Doesn't mean I don't want to visit it.
We can't let him through!
We got some time, so how about a little bonus? Today's takings haven't made it to the vault yet. They're being held near you now. It's a two-room system. Find the security room, hold the access button, and send someone into the next room to grab the cash. Don't get distracted, though. We're here for the vault. This is just a side order. Only one way down from here, one step at a time. I need my inhaler just listening to you. The key card should work in the cargo elevator. It's a quick way to get down to the vault. Next stop, menswear. Get ready. This is the right floor. Take care of those goons and you're at the vault. Almost there. Stay cool.
Okay, go.
Get out of my sight!
Hold up. The system here uses a two-man rule. You'll need to scan the vault access cards simultaneously.
We're in.
Get a job!
I don't believe that, hostile soldier.
We're almost there. Come on, let's go! Ah, looks like the guard at the vault room isn't there. Had this once. Okay, now it's a big door, so don't be stingy with the explosives. And get clear before you push the button. Oh yeah, that's what we like to see. And hey, presto!
Good work, everyone.
The cash is on those carts. I'll keep you updated on the gas, or more precisely, the excruciating and irreversible nerve agent. There's only so long our hacking team can delay it. And trust me, when that timer runs out, you're gonna want to be long gone.
Done here? Okay. Hey, how about a Florida Joker, though? Will you cosplay as him? He would get sued, though. Yep, he probably would sue me. You know, the thing about... You know what's funny about that is he complains about that his likeness being used, but his likeness is actually based on a character, originally. Like, it's like a fictional character.
The hacking team can hold off the gas a little while longer. There's still some rich pickings in there. Seconds.
Oh, okay. No drills. Okay.
30 seconds. 20 seconds left. Don't dawdle. Gas incoming. 10 seconds. That's it. Get the hell out of there or you're dead.
Okay.
Looking good. Get all that across the finish line and we're home and dry. You'll need
Okay,
to
go
sync
ahead,
the
swipe
keycard
it.
swipes on the way out too. Okay, I didn't think I'd need to do this, but 3, 2, 1, swipe.
Oh. Hang on, it's just... Wait until he's able to hit it again. There we go. Okay, I'll see you, Wasabi guy. Take care, man. I know a lot of people say Red Dead isn't in the same universe as GTA because of real locations like California, but they still reference real places in GTA such as Florida, where Nico meets Eddie Lowe. Yeah, but I made a video about that. It's why is Florida called Leonida in that, and I talked about they basically made that not canon, so it's not Florida anymore. It's called Leonida. They changed the canon on that now.
No, Ray! More ammo! Come on! You piece of shit! Go, go, go! That was stupid!
Take the elevator, guys. Come on.
Take cover! Wow!
We've got some heavy chatter on the police frequencies. Sounds like they're sending news.
Okay, I'll take the elevator then. This staircase, you deal with more enemies.
In the event of emergency, leave all valuables behind and do not use the elevator.
The roof, roof.
Suck my leg, moron!
Roof is always better on,
Gotta reload!
Home stretch.
Wait, did somebody hit...
I feel so alive.
I think somebody hit the button.
Clearing up.
Whoever that's down there, you have to take the elevator.
That's it. You die right now.
Can you imagine if Payne from Ace Attorney tried to prosecute Graves for war crimes in Mexico? He would not secure a conviction even if Graves confessed in open court. He did it all. Yeah, Payne is a pretty incompetent prosecutor. By the way, Pro, did saw the article I sent you about how Maldives politicians started to beat each other up in Parliament? I saw the article, but I didn't not read that. That is ridiculous. What was that over? Imagine Rockstar pulls off a BS move that makes GTA 6 the 4K HDR universe. Oh, it better not. That'd be stupid. That would be really stupid. Ace of, yeah, that would be really, really stupid. I could do a video on all Sopranos Easter eggs one day. The best written Fallout series character. Maybe Mr. House.
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
For Christ's sake! Shithead! Shit! Fuck! Shit! Stop using school towels! Skin's all ripped up!
Oh, somebody died? Okay, come on, let's go.
Asshole!
Oh, Nikki looks like he's separated over there. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go and pick him up. Yes, of course they're in other states too, Dragon, but New York is one where they're very strong in. I'm gonna go pick up Nikki. He's still on the roof? You're stuck on the roof? Wait, no, there's no parachute? Okay. Well, you should have a parachute. I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's...
Getaway cars, go! The driver has them in position.
It's weird right now. Okay, just hold on. No.
Wow, we really kicked the hornet's nest. It's amazing how fast the police response time is.
Wait.
Calling 911 is a billionaire, or should I say, ex-billionaire.
Oh, we're gonna get you right now.
Insurance premium comes through. Economic justice is a beautiful thing.
Skull, right here. Get in. Okay, go, go. Okay, here we go. We're good now. Ooh, we're getting out. Is ZZ Shy still here? You once tried to recreate the helicopter escape from 3,000 miles to Graceland. Sadly, all my work didn't save. I don't know. Is that a movie? Yeah, we got out. I don't know why he didn't have a parachute. Can you tell me what your PSN is against, Shy? The heist on No Pixel, they are next level. Heist on No Pixel, what's that? Can you explain a little more? He tried to prosecute Tony Cipriani from... Wait, what's wrong, Locke? Whoa, whoa, careful. Yeah, good work, everyone. NoPixel's the biggest RP server. The server devs created custom, fully detailed heist. They're similar in complexity to raids on Destiny. Oh. Oh, we're missing 5 more headshots. Oh, well, whatever. I still have to do a few of the Payday 3 videos. They're still remaining to do. Which gang is more powerful in Los Angeles? Los Santos Pro, the Triads, Mexican Mafia Cartel. In Los Santos, the most powerful gang, they probably the Madrazo Cartel is probably the most powerful gang in I do Red Dead Redemption 2 streams on Fridays. I'll look into it, into that no pixel heist. Thank you, Own Titan. Thanks, man. Payne tried to prosecute Tony Cipriani for blowing up Fort Staunton. He wouldn't get a conviction even if the Loney's tried to buy him out. Yeah, Payne is one of the most incompetent prosecutors in the game series. He's the very first prosecutor I actually come across, too. Well, thank you, Happy Solid Snake. So I guess I'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. I'm gonna get something to eat now. I'm a bit hungry. Does anybody want to ask me anything before I go? If you want to, you guys, and drop a like if you guys enjoyed the stream. What the? I'm like stuck right now. If you guys want to ask me anything, do let me know. I'll answer a few questions before I go here. Okay. What game you had was the best story? I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was the game that I played that had the most recent story too. That was 2018, but it was a story I never forgotten too. $5 a.m. in Poland, wow. That's kind of late. Will I be on DMZ later today? Maybe, but I have to finish that Modern Warfare 3 review first. Thank you, Bunny. Yeah, I'll look into the Vince McMahon thing. I'll look it up, what he's being accused of and everything like that. I'm going back to Ivy Tech tomorrow. Any advice? You mean college for that? I mean, try not to be nervous. I mean, if you ever have to, like, if you're ever choosing classes, what I would do is I would look up Rate My Professors and look up the teachers that you have for those classes and just choose the teachers that always have the best reviews, because it's been pretty accurate from what I've seen.
I became a school teacher to bust a drug ring moving coke to a school for special needs children. I was the biggest.
Do I still have the Destroy All Humans 2 statues? Yes, I do. I actually have them over here. I don't want to... yeah, I don't want to move it, but it is back here. Right behind me, too. I have both of them, too. The Modern Warfare 3 review will be out kind of late tonight. Loose show, it'll be kind of late tonight. But it's going to be in a few hours from now, but I'll have it up, and it'll be a good one. But I guess we'll be, I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for, when's the next Ace Attorney? Tomorrow, early tomorrow, will be the next part. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. Is it Red Dead Online 2 worth trying out for someone who's never played it before? Yeah, but after you complete everything, you might eventually get bored, but it's always good to have friends in a game like that. But I guess we'll be wrapping it up here, guys. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. Thank you, everybody who super chatted. And if you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.